Hey, gorgeous. Welcome to season 2 of the Hormone Puzzle podcast. I'm your host, Coach Kela Smith, CEO of the Hormone Puzzle Society, a women's health hub for fertility, hormones, and the business of coaching, creator of the Hormone Puzzle Method, an infertility warrior, 2-time boy mom, and women's health expert. This podcast is for women struggling with infertility, painful periods, terrible PMS, or really just any symptom of hormone imbalance that they are ready to eliminate for good. Tune in weekly as we interview amazing experts in the fields of women's health, breaking down those hormone walls, nerding out on nutrition, and having way too much fun. Whether you're beginning your journey or you've been struggling for years, we're going to finally help you put those pieces of your hormone puzzle back together so that you can get pregnant and eliminate those pesky symptoms for good. Are you ready? This season is packed with even more expert guests sharing groundbreaking knowledge, giving you that jolt of energy that you so desperately need, sending you lots of virtual hugs, and inspiring you to take your fertility into your own hands and make that baby. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now let's get started on your road to transformation. Today's episode was taken from a free Coaching Friday Facebook Live. If you're interested in joining our group, please find us on Facebook at Hormone Puzzle. Today, we're going to talk about how to boost your fertility with your mind. And I know we talk a lot about what you can do to boost your fertility. I talk about nutrition, I talk about lifestyle, how to manage your stress, how to make sure you're sleeping properly, all of these things that affect your fertility and what you can do to boost your fertility naturally. But a lot of things that are not mentioned is how you can use your mind to boost your fertility and how mindset is such an important part of this entire puzzle. And so today, talking about how you can boost your fertility with your mind. So a little bit of science. Fertility starts in the brain. It starts with your HPA axis. And that HPA axis, the hypothalamus triggers the pituitary gland, which triggers the adrenal glands, which tells your ovaries what to do. And so it all kind of starts in that brain area. The hypothalamus also manages your stress response. So if you are ever under lots of stress, your body can actually stop you from getting pregnant. And that's the opposite of what we want to do if we are actively trying to conceive. So I'm not going to get super sciencey with you guys here today. If you want to know a little bit more about the science piece, I encourage you to go read that blog. And so today I'm going to just give you some tips that you can do to make sure that you have a strong mind-body connection and how you can start to boost your fertility with your mind and with your mindset. So you can do these practices at any time, but they're really helpful during your luteal phase, and that is the phase after ovulation and before your period. So it's about a 2-week window that you really want to connect with your mind. And this is the time when your follicle has released an egg, and hopefully if it was fertilized, we're trying to create an optimal environment so that that little egg will nestle inside your thickened uterus lining and will grow into a baby. So we want to make sure that your body, your mind, everything is as calm and relaxed as possible. So we create that optimal environment for that egg to grow. So a couple of tips that I recommend on how to make sure that you're having a very strong mind-body connection and how you're boosting your fertility naturally through your mind. So the first thing is to do visualizations. I love visualizations, and they are so very powerful, especially when you're trying to conceive. It's almost like you're telling the universe, like, this is what I want. You're telling your body, you're telling your mind. And so a really powerful exercise that I like to do with all of my clients, and I did with myself, is after you're timing your ovulation, you have sex with your partner, I want you to lay there with your hips elevated for about 30 minutes and do this visualization. I want you to place your hand on your abdomen. I want you to breathe in and out really slowly and make sure that the hands on those abs so they're really warm, and just sit there for about 30 minutes. Be very still. I want you to breathe and just really bring in all of that oxygen within your body. And I want you to visualize the embryo is implanting in your uterus, that it's implanting in that lining, and that it's growing. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like to be pregnant. Then visualize how you'll feel once you have a baby. And by doing this, your body is releasing all these feel-good hormones that's going to help encourage that embryo to stick into that lining. So this is just a very, very powerful tool. I encourage you to do it. The next piece that goes into a little bit deeper is to practice meditation. And this is just really calming your mind and organizing your thoughts and feelings. And I feel like getting pregnant and fertility, it's so masculine. It's like, what can I do? I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to eat this. I got to eat that. I got to not exercise too much, but I got to exercise. I got to sleep enough, but not too much. And so it's very, very masculine. So thinking about kind of tapping into that feminine energy and just meditating, calming that mind, and just relaxing and being in that feminine energy to bring that life into your womb. So the next thing is sleep. You definitely want to make sure that you are sleeping properly enough. You're going to bed and waking up at the same time every night and day. And this is going to set your internal clock, and it's going to set that natural circadian rhythm, which will help you to kind of calm your mind, calm your adrenals, and will help you just to relax. And it strengthens that mind-body connection when you are at a place of relaxation. The next thing I would say is practice I am statements. I find this to be very powerful. So many times I work with clients that come into this and they're just beat down. They're frustrated. They're exhausted. They've tried so many different things to get pregnant and just, they feel like nothing is working. Maybe they were told, by a doctor or by a friend, like, you're infertile, or you've tried so many things. Why would this work? And so that's the loop that's playing in their head. So the I am statements will help to retrain your brain to believe that you are fertile. It is possible for you to get pregnant. And deep down, you start to believe that too. So it's almost like you're reprogramming to have this new belief. And I love the statement that says, I have the power to change my health and improve my fertility. And I recommend all my clients say that to themselves daily and put their I am statement in there. So maybe it's I am fertile, I am capable, I am powerful, I am strong. So whatever you want as your I am statement, repeat that to yourself on a daily basis, multiple times a day, until you start to retrain your brain to actually believe this. And the last thing is to practice grounding. And grounding is practice. It's a Chinese medicine practice where you walk outside in nature barefoot so that you're connecting with the earth. And what this does is it allows your body to make certain feel-good chemicals where you are one with nature. And so it's making dopamine and serotonin, vitamin D. So this is a really powerful practice to get into. It helps calm you. It helps to relax you. You're one with nature. So practice that on a daily basis. If you have grass where you're at, if you have a yard, walk outside in your yard with bare feet and just sun gaze and just reconnect with nature and with that, that feminine energy again. So as you can see, there's tons of things that you can practice to make you have a strong mind-body connection. And these things are so very powerful. You know, it's not just about what you eat. It's not just about your activities, but it's having a strong mindset, having a strong mind-body connection, and doing this one more thing that will help you to get pregnant and to get pregnant naturally. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. If you think you need a coach to help you through this, I've got 3 clients right now that we think are pregnant, so it's definitely in the air. So I would love to work with any of you. Send me a message and we'll schedule a time to talk. So thank you guys. See you next week. Bye. Hey, hang on just one second before you go. I want to make sure that you are aware of all of the amazing free resources that I have for you on my website at CoachKela.com. From a fertility meal plan, a cycle syncing quick start guide, a holistic healing cookbook, as well as master classes, blog posts by me and some amazing experts in the fields of fertility, hormones, and nutrition. So many wonderful resources that will help you on your journey. And I wish there had been something like this when I was going through my 2 years of infertility, but there just wasn't. And so that's why I decided to create all of this for you. So make sure that you go and check it out and you take advantage of this plethora of support that I have provided for you. And spoiler alert, these were some of the same tricks and the same foods that I used to get myself pregnant, not once, but twice, even after my doctors said that I couldn't. So I know that these things work. Make sure you take advantage of that. And I cannot wait for you to be my next success story. So thanks, love. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in today to the Hormone Puzzle podcast. Check out the show notes for today's episode at CoachKela.com. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and leave a review. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week.